My one and only response to Cam Newton's interview, and if you didn't see it, here's the gist. You can only be a bad bitch or a true woman if you fulfill a man's needs, okay? Let them speak, so, or you let them lead, okay? Fair enough. No, not fair enough. It's 2022, babe. Wake up. Also, you've got me messed up if you think I am doing things for a grown-ass man that he is fully capable of doing himself. I married a man, not a baby. Thank you very much. I will be a great wife someday. Believe that. But I am not at your every beck and call. You know why? Because I'm living my own life too, babe. Period. Yeah, Cam, that wasn't it. Wasn't it? Yikes.
Young lady, you have no idea what you're talking about. First of all, fellas, let me give y'all some advice. Never talk to a woman that has that entire conversation moving her hands. When you're articulating yourself, when you're having a conversation, it's okay to move your hands and talk with your hands. But it is a red flag when she has an entire conversation and she's popping her neck and moving her hands. Period. All my young men, free game. I just saved your life. Period. Okay? Now, let me say this. First of all, Cam Newton didn't say exactly what she said. Okay? Now, let me go here real quick. In any organization, in any infrastructure, there's going to be positions, period. Just because you probably did not grow up with a positive, productive father, just because you possibly, allegedly did not grow up in a positive, productive household where people understood gender roles, it's okay. But listen, I don't care what infrastructure you go into, what organization, there's going to be positions. There's going to be roles. Period. I don't care. I can go in Walmart. I can go in a gas station. I can come inside my friend's house. There's going to be rules, regulations, and position in every aspect of life. You have to understand your position. If you do not, there will be total chaos and total confusion. You are not going to go to work understanding your position and do someone else's job or get inside someone else's position, because it's going to cause chaos. And the people that's in that particular position are going to look at you like, what are you doing? You did not get hired for this. It's not what you're here for. And any man that has a wife, if you're going to have a household, the children have a position. They have a role. You as a father, as the husband, as the head, has a role. Period. What us getting away from gender roles and understanding what your position is in the household is the reason people are not being successful in the constitution of marriage. But we understand in 2022, as she stated, they have redefined what marriage is. Period. They have freaking redesigned it. Now, the bad B, he was basically talking about what women call that. And let me say something. Any woman that considers themselves a bad B is a red flag. You want to stay away from her. Make sure you do not travel to that destination. There is no woman on the earth like a conservative, traditional woman. And just because she's a conservative, traditional woman does not mean she won't go out and make her own money. But even a conservative, traditional woman still understands her position in the constitution of a relationship. That my man leads, whether I make more money than him or not. Period. Period. And there's nothing wrong with it. A smart woman can still let her man lead and still have a sense of control. Period. Because a man that is in tune and that loves this woman is always going to cater to her and want to please her. He's not going to stomp. He's not going to stomp over her. He's not going to disrespect her to the extent where she has no voice. So when Cam Newton said she knows when to speak, listen, let me say something. Let me give y'all some free game. You can say something, but at the wrong time. Why would you come speak to me and I'm upset? See, an immature woman understands that her man been out working 12 hours a day, been out being a breadwinner and making the money. And he comes home. He's tired, probably frustrated, dealt with some irrational customers that day. And as soon as he walk in the house, he got to hear your mouth of what I did not do. Well, what I did do was go out and make sure that I got the bag, or I made sure that I provided for the family, brought security to the family so we don't have to worry about nothing. And the last thing that I want to hear when I get home is what I have not done. Well, let's talk about what I did do. Or could you at least see where my mind is, see what my mental state is? You can ask me a question when I'm upset and ask me a question when I'm get the same question when I'm mad and get two opposite responses. So he's just saying that, listen, there's a time to complain. There's a time to argue. And if you were smart, you would bring your man down before you went there. Period. So if you're going to complain, you need to at least tell me 5 good things that I've done right. Because 9 times out of 10, I've done a million things right. A million. But you only want to focus on this one thing that I have not done. And that's particularly what he's talking about. That ladies want to rant and rave. Women want to rant and rave about what a man has not done. Okay, let's take Jada. Let's take Will Smith. We've heard Jada publicly talk about how he hasn't pleased her. But he been paying the bills faithfully for how long? He's been taking care of your children for how long? He's been taking care of you for how long? So instead of her going on a red table talk and highlighting everything that this man has done right, you only want to focus on the negative. And that is the context of what Cam Newton was talking about when a woman does not know how to be quiet. Because you want to highlight the negative and not highlight the positive.